All right, guys, are you as excited as I am? Because today we're gonna finish this bad boy. I put it up and then put all the new stuff that we bought for it on it and crank her up. We gotta let it run for like an hour. All right, guys, so here's the deal. I had like, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 people comment and say like, oh, you didn't take everything off of the old engine for the new engine. Well, I did, you know, everything that I could reuse. But here's the deal. There's this thing called a warranty, and it voids if I reuse things like spark plugs, fuel injectors, the water pump, harmonic balancer, made me replace that. So, you know, there's a list of items that were right there in black and white on the warranty. Replace these items or void warranty. So, you know, nonetheless, here's the deal, man. I don't come to your house and sit on your couch and tell you how to make love to your wife, do I? So why would you go on my video and comment and tell me how to do the job it is that I'm doing already? You know what I mean? It doesn't make no sense. Anyway, just enjoy the show. All right, so here's a list of the things that I have to replace. Harmonic balancer, water pump, got all the gaskets for the oil filter housing, the high pressure fuel pump, the thermostat housing, just everything, you know, that is sensible to replace, we had to replace. Nonetheless, you know, see, here's the old alternator, compressor, old brackets, you know, old freaking reservoirs, you know, old pulley, old idler pulley. Jeez Louise. Cut me some slack, guys. It's like 120 degrees outside, and I'm replacing an engine, doing an entire engine and transmission swap in somebody's driveway. All right, so ingenuity here. I got my jacks in the front, and then I got the jack in the rear. I'm just gonna pull it forward. That way it's way easier to put on everything I need to put on. See, we're just sliding right at it. No effort whatsoever. These are paper gaskets, so anytime I use a paper gasket, I got taught this actually at the dealership, and it's an excellent option. But this is called gasket shellac, and it's just a little sponge. So see that? So just apply a little bit and let dry for like 5 minutes, and then just go ahead and put it on. And you know, that honestly, guys, that just keeps that gasket from leaking for quite some damn time. All right, so this is how this gasket sits in here, just like that. And I apply this shellac gasket to it, to this, the housing. And the reason why I do it to the housing and not the engine, guys, is because this you can remove, and if you needed to take a wire wheel to it to remove that paper gasket, you can. And it'll be pretty dang easy. Now we got the thermostat gasket. All right, so lastly is the high pressure fuel pump, and luckily this one comes with an O-ring as well. So we can go ahead and take this old one off. You see that? All right, so we got this water pump, and then we got the harmonic balancer, and then we can go ahead and throw the belt on. And always make sure you apply anti-seize to this. Help you out and the next guy. We're getting close, everyone. We are getting close. All right, guys, it's belt time. All right, so normally I'm pretty good at routing these belts without having to look at the diagram. However, you know, there's a few times I do. Oh, I think I got it. Look at that. Man, I'm good. All right, so just got to take this tensioner here. All right, our belt's looped. All right, so here's all our parts here. The customer had bought the fuel injectors and said he left them. Oh, here they are. All right, guys, well, there's a little problem here. So here's the fuel injectors, right? And this is a bit irritating because I spent like probably an hour searching on different websites and reading different reviews and stuff, trying to find the cheapest, most efficient fuel injector. But however, the customers found one that was about $100 cheaper and completely wrong. Not even remotely correct. So it's literally like it's like an inch shorter than the other one. So anyway, we're gonna have to you know, I'm not sure if they ordered these or if they bought them local. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish just putting everything up, and then I'll go ahead and let them know and see if we want to get fuel injectors today or tomorrow, or if they want to order them. I'm not sure, so stay tuned for that. Literally make it basically where the last thing we have to do is put in freaking fuel injectors. I'm gonna go ahead and put the axles in, and I do want to mention, I had a few comments saying also, you know, like, hey, you didn't have to remove the axles and this and that. Everything had to be removed anyways, guys. I had to take the transmission in. All right, so for the axle, we're gonna remove our little installation tool here that the dealership was ever so thankful to provide. All right, once we're in there, we can go ahead and pull this sucker out, just like that. And now we just gotta find, boom, right in its position. All right, just like that. I got one jack in the front, and then I actually have two in the rear because of the transmission. Obviously, it's gonna be a bit heavier. But our goal, our objective here, is to get it lifted high enough where you see our hoist here, where we can just slide it right on through. All right, just like we pulled it out, we're gonna put it right back in, except this time I got a little sidecar right there for the transmission. So obviously first thing I'm gonna do is put the pads on. I'm gonna get this thing high enough to where I can at least start those subframe bolts. And so time for the good old subframe bolt. Okay guys, all right. I've done everything I can do until we get those fuel injectors. However, you know, obviously I can put the front end on, but I'm gonna leave it off. It's just gonna be easier for me to get to those fuel injectors. These fuel injectors on this enclave are a pain in the butt. So